Hey, what's up YouTube? J-Dub finally here with my SmackDown review, or at least a couple of thoughts on this last episode of SmackDown going into the summer, and I'm forgetting the goddamn name. I guess I'm just like Jeremy Piven, the SummerSlam pay-per-view. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and click that yellow button over there. Thanks. Hunter Hoof Helmsley, he has the night off, and I'm just going to warn you, if you hear any drills, any music, any crying kids, bear with me, please. I guess we're the only people in the whole world who's trying to run Extreme Home Makeover, a club, and a goddamn nursery school at the same time. So, getting into this video. This last episode of SmackDown was a pretty solid episode of SmackDown. The reason why I don't do a lot of SmackDown reviews is basically SmackDown is consistent. You don't really get that with Raw. With Raw, you may have a good show and may have a totally horrible show the next week, another good show after that, then two totally horrible shows, so it gives me, it kind of reinvigorates, and it gets me ready to jump on camera. With SmackDown, I just love watching it and enjoying it for what it is, which is good wrestling and great booking and everything. I don't remember the last time that I've sat back and actually was disappointed by watching SmackDown, but with Raw it happens time and time again. And to aid in the comparison of SmackDown versus Raw, and speaking of SmackDown versus Raw, I saw the trailer for the upcoming game. I am getting that game. I may have to buy a PS3 simply to get that game and play it in high quality. That game looks damn good. Me being a big fan of GM mode as I am, it looks like it's like totally expanded, and it just looks great. Going back to the actual SmackDown versus Raw. Raw, their last episode, it did not build up to the SummerSlam pay-per-view well at all. Okay, with the DX versus Legacy match, that probably was the best hype match, but John Cena versus Randy Orton, I really want to see that match, the match for the WWE Championship. But this last episode of Raw, it did not entice me to see that match. I wanted to see it, anyway. But yeah, you have John Cena getting RKO'd by Randy Orton, then being able to get up and clear out the ring, and basically standing like he's Superman, like he always does. That was a little unbelievable, but when it comes to WWE and logic, you kind of have lowered expectations. At least you should have them by now. But yeah, this last episode of SmackDown, it really did build up to the SummerSlam pay-per-view well. That's why there were only 4 matches. But those 4 matches, Big Show versus Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler. Big Show, Chris Jericho, Dolph Ziggler versus Rey Mysterio in Cryme Time. This was probably the best match of the night, and it opened up the show. Dolph Ziggler ends up getting the pin on Rey Mysterio at the hands of the Big Show. Literally, the Big Show knocks Rey Mysterio out. Dolph Ziggler gets the pin, jumps in the ring. 1, 2, 3. So I guess he's kind of hyped for his match, thinking he's going to win himself the Intercontinental Championship. Hopefully, this match lives up to, I guess, the legend, or whatever you want to call it, for lack of a better word, the whole feud between Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio. You know how they had their matches on pay-per-view. Every single match after the last match was even better. So a lot of people didn't like their match at Night of Champions. I was one of the ones who did like the match. So hopefully this match is even better than the last one. Yeah, and the announcers, they keep saying Dolph Ziggler, he has a chance to win his first championship in WWE. Wasn't he in the Spirit Squad? Didn't the Spirit Squad have the tag team championship? So, but I guess since he changed his name, he went from Nikki to Dolph Ziggler. I guess that's a totally different person, but I have no idea. Going back to the matches, Finlay versus Mike Knox, it ended up ending in a disqualification. Mike Knox, he wouldn't let up on his opponent. He didn't break the 5 count. The ref ended up disqualifying him. I'm seeing WWE utilize this whole ending the match in a DQ tactic a lot more. They did this on last Monday with Jack Swagger and MVP, and I think they did it a couple of weeks ago also. But Mike Knox, he was really impressive in this match, and after the match also, you can just tell he was impressive because you saw the fat girl in the audience like, oh my God, the travesty. Like, he totally took out Finlay after the match. Mike Knox, hopefully he's blinking on a lot of people's radars because he has been really impressing me. Third match of the night, Maria and Melina versus Natalya and Layla. Maria and Melina end up winning this match, and there's the music. I guess the crying babies and the fucking drills are next. But Melina ends up winning this match for her team, hitting the sunset bomb. A couple of people You know, very few people call it the sunset bomb. That they go, I guess, by the more technical name, the sunset flip. But sunset bomb, I guess I call it that because it's actually more of like a sunset flip and a power bomb. It's not just the actual flip. It has more impact than the average sunset flip does. So that's why I call it that. And I do love that move. And they, like I said, well, she hits Natalya with the sunset bomb. I'm loving Natalya at the little capacity that I do see her, but I'm still glad that she's in matches at all. And Layla did impress me. And who would have thought? Maria, she sucks the most at wrestling out of all the WWE divas. But I've said this before. She seems like a very wholesome, very nice person, has a sunny personality and everything, but she sucks. You know, but who would have thought that she hits a better drop kick than any diva in WWE? You know, at least she had 2 fucking legs on the drop kick. You know, so yeah, we need to come up with a petition. Somebody please come up with that petition, and I will gladly sign. You know, asking WWE to you know, ban the divas from doing drop kicks. I will gladly be the first one to sign that damn petition. Final match of the night: John Morrison and the Hardy Boys, newly whatever, come together, or whatever you want to call it, reunion. They've had a reunion, the Hardy Boys versus CM Punk and the Hart Dynasty. I love this also about SmackDown. You have new guys in the main event scene, and I mean they're legitimately in the main event scene. They're supposed to be taken seriously. Unlike Legacy, you know, Teddy DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, where basically they're just in the main event scene to be props for Randy Orton. You know, so that's also what I love about SmackDown. John Morrison, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy end up getting the win. Matt Hardy pins the #1 contender CM Punk. And yeah, like before I started talking about the matches and everything, yeah, the reason why there were only 4 matches because there were many promos throughout the night. Kane cuts a promo on the Great Khali saying how he's going to end the myth of the Great Khali, and hopefully he does end the myth of the Great Khali, because like, what are we supposed to do with the Great Khali? What are we supposed to think about him? I didn't like the Great Khali when people were trying to take him seriously and he was a joke. And now he's like, they're playing him as a joke in his character, and also they're playing him, you know, his wrestling ability is still a joke also. So what do they want us to do with the Great Khali? And I hate how they're using Kane. It's basically like he's bitching out to the Great Khali. He's running from the Great Khali and all of this, and he needs weapons. Kane is hardcore. Kane could take out the Great Khali legitimately, and I don't like how they're utilizing Kane, you know. This episode of SmackDown, like I said, it built very well going into the pay-per-view, and for SmackDown to be so great, and they're missing Undertaker, they're missing Edge, and the 2 of the top superstars on SmackDown, they're missing them both at the same time, and they're likely going to be missing another SmackDown superstar pretty soon. SmackDown is doing great. And, you know, hopefully Raw takes some cues from SmackDown and it improves the show. But yeah, the PWTR show will be on tomorrow, Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I will put a link in the description box in case you want to remind yourself to listen to it right now. But hopefully you join us. Hopefully you call in, all of that good stuff. Talk to you guys then. Peace out. Oh, these getting on my fucking nerves. This damn music. I should just go like drag whoever playing that music. I bet it's my little brother. I should just go drag his ass in front of this camera and just beat him. Peace out.